What is up, guys? It is the Bluebloods here, back with another interview, man. And we have a first team All Southland Conference All American, was also a preseason Bluebloods All Southland selection. We have our guy Kaleb Culp here, over 100 tackles last season from the safety spot. Going to be one of the leading returners for Incarnate Word as they look to repeat as Southland champions. Man, Kaleb, appreciate you coming on the show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate you for giving me this opportunity.
Absolutely, man. But we got to get into your high school career a little bit, man. Played high level Texas football in high school. How much did playing Texas high school football, which every Texas player I've ever had on here has said it's the best brand of high school football in the country,
Mhm.
how much did that prepare you to come into college and contribute immediately?
Well, I definitely think it did. I mean, excuse me, I actually played in two different high schools. I played it in Frisco, and then I went to a private school named Parish Episcopal in Dallas. So, I mean, I played a bunch of good talent. I mean, like they say, we do it bigger in Texas. So, so it's different. We love this. We love the game. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I love to hear. And a quick question: how much would it mean to get Incarnate Word to Frisco and be able to play in that city one more time for a national championship?
Man, it would mean the world. I mean, I have some family, like, I mean, really all my family's in Dallas, so it would be the closest spot for them to just come and support. So it would mean the world to me, and it would mean the world to this team to just get there.
Hey, man, I like it. And you guys are going to be one of the top teams of the country. But we got to get into your recruiting process a little bit. What teams were recruiting you the hardest, and what was your overall recruiting process like? Who did you have interest from? Who were you considering? And kind of walk me through your whole process.
Well, it started off slow. I got my first offer junior year around my birthday, around February. But most interest, I would say Air Force, Liberty, and UIW.
And that leads us to the big question, man. What was it about Incarnate Word that led you to, sign that dotted line and commit to this school?
Well, first I took the OV here, and I met all the guys. The team, this is probably the funniest team in the nation. Like, I haven't been around this many guys that make me laugh genuinely, you know what I'm saying? So it was definitely a culture here. It was a family, you know what I'm saying, oriented. So that really stuck with me. And I have to admit, it's about 4 hours from Dallas, so I didn't want to go too far. I really didn't. So this was my best choice.
Hey, man, it paid off in a big way. Last season, you guys go out, win the Southland title, get to the playoffs. For you, what made that team so special, man? How were y'all able to go out and win that conference that had some loaded talent, man? Southeastern Louisiana was no joke. Nichols was
hmm
no joke. What
hmm
made that team click?
I'd have to just say the camaraderie that we have. I mean, we trust one another. You know what I'm saying? Which we'll talk about this a little later, I'm sure, in the podcast. But we're trying to go for that two-ring season this year. So, but it's definitely the camaraderie. We just have a different connection. You know what I'm saying? We everything we do, we communicate, and we just let each other know, like, I got your back. So that for sure helps a lot.
And is there any pressure to repeat, man? Is because you guys were going to go to the WAC, decided to
hmm
stick in the Southland. How much
Yeah.
pressure is there now to repeat as Southland champions?
I mean, we're not thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? We're thinking about us. You know what I'm saying? We're going one step at a time, one day at a time, getting 1% better every time. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think me personally, I'm not thinking about the excuse me, the pressure of it. I'm just thinking about the process. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, I like it. You guys are going to play free loose out there, and you guys again are the favorite to repeat as Southland champions. Now, how much did it mean for you, man, to be named a first team all conference player? Of course, I'm expecting you to be on the all conference list for preseason. You were on ours. What do these all conference all American awards mean to you, man?
Well, they definitely are. You know, it gives a little spotlight, you know what I'm saying? Yes, sir, to definitely to be in that position. Now and it means it's an honor. This is of course my first time. This will be my second season. But I believe also I can't it's not a distraction, you know what I'm saying? It's there, but I mean obviously the big goal is to win that that natty.
For sure, man. And last season, after last season, you guys do go through a coaching change, and
Hmm.
and quarterback Cameron Ward also follows your former head coach up to Washington State. For you and the rest of the team, how tough was this coaching change? You guys are coming off a championship, a playoff run. Well, how was the whole process for you, and how did you guys overcome it and gonna propel y'all to a big season this year?
Well, I mean, I'll be honest, I love the last coaching staff, great guys, you know what I'm saying? But this new coaching staff that came in, I'm very, very excited about what they're cooking up. You know what I'm saying? I have so much confidence in them, their game plans, their intelligence. Like they're coming and they know just as well as we know we can and we will repeat. So I'm very confident in them.
And that brings us to my next question, man. Your head coach is one of the hottest young names on the coaching trail right
Hmm.
now, man. A lot of people think that he is going to be just as good, maybe better than, the coaching staff that just left and helped lead you guys to the Southland. What makes him so special? Walking in front of that team for the first time, kind of talking to you guys as the new head coach, what was the vibe you were getting off of him? And what has he been like throughout spring practices and summer workouts?
Well, I love Coach Kenny actually. Genuine, very, very cool, calm and collected. He gets us motivated. You know what I'm saying? He keeps it straightforward, blunt. I mean, I love him. I think, and as I said, I'm excited about our defensive coaches and what they're cooking up. But he's a smart coach, and I know the offense is. I really shouldn't. You really shouldn't see too much drop off from the offense because of Coach Kenny. I really do. I see something. So.
And you guys have been one of the more active FCS teams in the transfer portal as well, landing a bunch of transfers on both sides of the ball. And for you, how has the team adjusted to having all these new faces in terms of the locker room? How have you guys bonded together? What has been the team building chemistry throughout the spring thus far?
Well, I mean, like I said, if you were to see this team, you can tell, you can feel the energy, the camaraderie, the brotherhood. Like we welcome all transfers, anybody new. So, I mean, as far as new people, new faces coming in, we've just welcomed them. And I'll be honest, we've had new guys come in summer too this month of July, and it just feels like they've been here all summer. So, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be exciting.
Man, that's awesome to hear. And let's get into the 2022 season, man. That's what everyone's looking
Mhm.
forward to. We're just over a month out from the first kickoff of the season. What are your personal goals and what are the team goals going into the 2022 season?
Well, okay. So, of course, my personal goal, all conference. This season, I want that All American. I was hoping to get a preseason All American, but I'm fighting for it. As I said, I love the process. I love the hard work. You know what I'm saying? So and that's one of my 2022, excuse me, one of my 2022 goals is, of course, All American, All Conference. But as a team goal, I put those first. I put team goals first. We want that. This is two-ring season. I promise you. We want it. We want it. We're gonna get it. And I mean, that's the big goal. We want that natty.
And I know the senior answer, man. Every time we get one of the leaders of a team on here, it's always the first game or the next game. But is there a
Yeah.
game on the schedule, man, that you have circled that you're looking forward to just a little bit more than the rest?
Can I give you two?
Yeah, go ahead, man. That's fine with me.
Honestly, of course, I'm looking forward to Nevada. That's our big game this season. We're going to Reno to play them. Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun. Definitely watch that. But I want to say I want to say Southern Illinois, Southeastern. I want to say Southeastern Louisiana, because we let them get away with too much last year. We let them get away with too much. We got to shut them down this year and show like that was a mistake. So.
Hey, that's gonna be a big one, man. I know,
Mhm.
and last year was weird for the conference. Real quick, how weird was it to have to play some teams twice last year? How tough was that to game plan multiple times for the same team?
It's hard. It is hard, and I'll say it's hard mentally because you have to go in that game thinking, I don't care what happened last game. You know what I'm saying? So mentally, that's where the challenge is. You know the guys that you're playing. You're kind of familiar with the feel of the game against these guys, what they like to do. It's mentally just saying, I'm going to go dominate this team again. I'm going to put my foot on their throat, and I'm not letting up. So,
Hey, I like it, man. I know that was so weird. There was a lot of fans that reached out to us and was like, "What is going on? Why is this team playing McNeese twice?" I'm like, "Listen, the Southland was complicated last year, but
hmm
everyone loves NFL comparisons, man. And so for you, looking at your own game, which current NFL player do you feel like you model your game after the most?
gosh, I have a few favorites.
You can list
I'll,
them all.
s-
It's all good. You don't have to come up with one. If you
yeah.
got a few, you can give them to us.
Well, first safety, most favorite safety, RIP. I love Sean Taylor. Sean Taylor was an idol growing up. I just love how he played the game. As far as a mentality, I like Ronnie Lott. Ronnie Lott was a back in the day, just smash mouth football definition of it. And if you want to go more modern day, Tyrann Mathieu all the way. That's my guy.
Hey, I had a safety on not too long ago, Kedrick Whitehead from Delaware. He said everyone's favorite safety nowadays has to be Tyrann Matthew. Like he was like,
Has to
that's
be.
the guy. And I love
Def
that you threw out Ronnie Lott, man. I was a big Ronnie Lott fan here. I mean, that guy was just different. When you can like
different.
when you can break your finger and just be like, nah, just take it. I'm gonna go out there and play that. That's a different type of person.
No, yes, it is. It is. He's crazy. Yeah.
Oh man, great. That's an amazing story. But man, let's get into your story, man. The welcome to college moment for you on the field, where you were just like, okay, I got embarrassed. This can't happen again. This is different than high school.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So, a little bit about my freshman year. Of course, the Southland Conference had a spring season. So, in our spring season, we only had 6 games. Of course, I wasn't doing too much my freshman year, mostly just special teams. Man, when I tell you first game, it was Lamar. Well, it wasn't the first game. It was my first game getting out there, of course. It was like game 3. But we're versus Lamar, it's kickoff, and I think I'm about to go down and hit something. I promise you. And next thing you know, I see a big old linebacker. I think he was like 55. I promise you, I tried to get around him, and he just got a hold of me, pushed me back by like 15 yards. Anybody on the team will tell you that was my welcome to college moment. Yes, sir.
Oh, but hey, they had to get you. They had to get you then, because now you don't see that happening very much on film, man.
No, nah,
No one's blocking you like that. So they had to get it in while they could, man. But we've had so many DBs on the show, man, and
Mhm.
multiple people have said the same thing. There's been a few FCS guys that have said you can't be a good DB if you don't talk trash. They said it's all mental,
Yeah,
and you got
it
to have the
is.
mental edge. So, how big of a trash talker are you during the game?
You know, I'm not too much of a trash talker, only if somebody is trash talking me. So I can talk that what I'm saying, that talk, but I don't talk too much. I don't talk too much crap. So
Hey, you got to focus on what you're doing. So, on the flip side, who is the biggest trash talker on Incarnate Word's defense right now?
man, man. Oh, I'd have to give you like 2 names, man. I had to say Isaiah Paul, that's number 21 linebacker, and then actually, we have a transfer. I haven't even seen him play, but Steven Parker. I know he talks a bunch of a bunch of trash. I know it.
Hey, but there's always somebody. Someone always
Man,
has to lead the charge on that. But you play safety, man, so you don't get a lot of one-on-one situations. But when you do, what's the number one mistake a wide receiver can make against you?
probably just my quickness. I mean, I can get side to side. I can run. I mean, my straight line speed is very valid. You know what I'm saying? Very solid. So, probably my physicality as well. I mean, they look at me and probably think, I mean, he might be more of a box safety, but I'm very versatile. I can do both.
Hey, I saw the 40 time in high school, man. I know the
So,
straight line speed is there.
hey,
And and to give credit to the other side of the ball, man, looking back to last year, who were some of the best offensive players you've had to face that just gave you headaches all day long?
Um, it doesn't have to be wide receiver, huh? Just
No,
offensive.
it can be anyone.
Man, I mean, most difficult, I would say maybe like for sure the SFA wide receiver, Gibson. He's a very
Yeah.
very good slot receiver. Quick, routes are pretty solid actually. But As far as quarterbacks, I mean, I played against him, Cameron Ward. I played against him every day. That's the talent that I definitely might have just taken advantage of while he was here, but I knew he was something special. So yeah.
Uh, he's gonna do big things, man, at Washington State. I've been telling all my FBS guys, I'm like, listen, that's the guy you need to watch up there in Pullman. And Xavier Gibson again, man, multiple time FCS All American. So I'm not
Hmm.
surprised at that one at all. But me being a former O lineman, man, we get no credit for like being creative. Like we can't have pregame routines, we can't wear anything fancy. They're just like, listen, you're just gonna
No,
go out there and block. I don't need to hear nothing from you. But I had my
for
whole
sure.
pregame routine. I had to listen to the same set of songs at the same way. Last song
Hmm.
before I went on the field had to be the same for you. What is your pregame routine like on game days?
Well, I'll be honest, year to year, it changes. Actually, it does because some year, some reason I always find something to just get me more locked in, something to remind me, what I'm saying, what I'm about to go do, or the mentality that I need. So it changes every year, but I definitely listen to the same songs every season. Um, I mean, and my pregame routine actually kind of goes into the night before. I have to go to sleep at like about 10:30 every time. I try to. I'm a little superstitious, you know what I'm saying? So, but um, but no, my pregame routine isn't too much. Just listen to the same songs. I get ready about an hour before the game every game. I make sure like I'm just consistent in the times and I'm not rushing. So
Hey, that's it's simple, but it gets you ready, man.
simple.
And
No, yes, sir.
And I know, you still got a little bit of time before you can declare for the draft, man. But for you, looking ahead, you're going to be, in my opinion, going to be one of the top draft prospects whenever you do come out from the FCS. If an NFL franchise asks you what they're going to get in Kaleb Culp if they draft you in whatever
Man.
year it ends up being an NFL draft, what do you tell them?
I tell them they're going to get a hard worker. I mean, anybody can say that, but they're going to get a hard worker. They're going to get a leader who's still growing, someone who's genuine, a trustworthy person, and they're just going to get a ball player. I mean, I'm gonna show out. I'm gonna always rise when the lights are on. So
Hey man, I great answer on that one, man. But I appreciate you coming on the show, Caleb. First Incarnate Word player we've had on the show too, and,
yes,
and so I definitely appreciate that. But man, this is all about promoting the players. So let them know where they can find you on social media, contact you for NIL deals, any shout outs, messages you want to give, man. This time is yours.
yes, sir. Check me out on IG, Caleb_Culp. Also, you'll find me Cougar 20 TV. That's on IG or Twitter. That's my fan base. My dad runs it. Great. He does great. But my phone number, if you want that, 214-797-1609. Please hit me with anything.
Hey man, I appreciate you guys. Make sure to go follow Caleb. Going to be one of the top players in the country this year at the defensive back spot, man. So I promise you're
So,
not going to want to miss it. And Incarnate Word is going to be a team that you're going to want to watch. I was telling people on Twitter
man,
last night, had to get out there for a game, man. So I'll definitely be hitting you up when I make it out there for a game this season.
please.
But guys,
Yeah.
for Caleb, for myself, and for the Blue Bloods, we are out for right now.